I hope you've enjoyed your breakfast. I enjoyed mine. And as the Imam said, when you have to add seats, they let you know that the breakfast was sold out. That's a blessing. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Just a few words. The theme, of course, is family and community life. And I would be remiss if I didn't introduce my wife. Some may say she's my better half. I say she's my other half. Miss Venus Akbar. Venus, just raise your hand so people know who you are. Thank you, thank you. Just want to say again, we want to thank all of you for supporting the Mosque Cares, for just coming here to the 25th annual convention. You know, since the passing of our dear beloved Imam, Deen Mohammed II, has continued to move forward in carrying on his father's work of promoting this religion and keeping these programs going. And but he can't do it by himself. It takes those who are supporting him, and then those of you who come. You're the ultimate supporters, because for all of us who are on the committee, all our work doesn't mean anything if you don't come and respond to it. So we want to thank you, and we can't thank you enough. So with that, we're on a time with a little time pressure because the fashion show will be coming up in a few minutes. But let me just say that one of the things I enjoy doing is being a first Sunday speaker at the Mosque Cares. The Mosque Cares allowed me to be the first Sunday speaker for the last maybe about 6 or 7 years. And I teach a class called Business Starting and Operating a Successful Business. And I deal business and technology and things such as that. And for those who are not able to come to the first Sunday, well, although we encourage you to come, if you're not, you can always go to YouTube. How many people here know what YouTube is? Okay, good. That's a few hands. You can go to YouTube and just type in the Mosque Cares, and you'll see the postings come up, and you can get the videos and see all of what's going on with the First Sunday programs. And in fact, the programs that I'm starting to teach on, the subject I'm starting to teach on now is how to operate and use YouTube. For those who are not checking it out, I want you to check it out starting in October. September, I'm going to do something a little different. But starting in October, go to YouTube and type in, not just for First Sunday, but for anything that the Mosque Cares does. They put it up on YouTube and use other social media so you can know what's going on. Our religion is a worldwide religion. And Imam Mohammed was a worldwide leader. And we are keeping his image and his work out worldwide, and using all the technology and social media to do that. And it's a blessing to be able to do that in this day and time. So that just makes just one more announcement. My wife is going to be coming around passing out a little flyer on a business meeting that we'll be having tomorrow at 11 o'clock. It's on the national, we call it the New Africa Buying Network. And for those who are in business, who would like to get in business and want to find out how they can work with other businesses to help buy items and products for their business to resell, cutting out the middleman, I'll encourage you to come to our business meeting. It'll be on Sunday at 11 o'clock. And right now we have it in South Pavilion 5. That might change, but for right now, South Pavilion 5, Sunday at 11 o'clock. So with that, I want to bring back up Abdul Kareem Muhammad. He is the Imam Abdul Kareem Muhammad. He is the chair of the Mosque Cares 25th Annual Muslim Convention Committee. Imam. And thank you for your attention. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, assalamu alaikum. I want to thank Abdul Rashid Akbar for his wonderful remarks, comments that he made. in reference, brothers and sisters, to us supporting the first Sunday program that we know Imam Mohammed established, correct? So we all should be very conscious and sensitive to making sure that the first Sunday continues. Because that is a part of Imam Mohammed's legacy, isn't that right? And his vision, his leadership for our community, for our association. And I heard Imam Mohammed say one time that he used the word association because it made us more closer as a family. Isn't that beautiful? When you say an association. So you know Imam Mohammed used to say that all the time. He would refer to us as a ummah, as a community, but he would say what? Those in the association, Imam Deen Muhammad. And the strategy was to bring us more closer together as a family. Takbir, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful, alhamdulillah. We understand the concept and principle. So let's keep that in mind. And our very beautiful theme, reviving our unity through the legacy of excellence, was a very, very powerful theme that Allah blessed us to select for our 25th annual Muslim Convention. Now, as Brother Abdul Rashid Akbar said, we mainly had this family community breakfast, not so much that we could bring speakers before you, because sometimes people say, well, we be listen to speakers all the time. So we more or less wanted this to be a what? Family community breakfast so we can socialize, okay? More a social event. And not so much having speakers to come before us. So we hope that you appreciate that. And we do, as Abdul Rashid Akbar said, Allah is my witness, we appreciate your support. We really appreciate your support. And that's what made this breakfast successful. So I want to give you a round of applause. Each one of you, you deserve a round of applause because you all responded. You all responded, and we are very appreciative of that. Honestly, we are very appreciative. You will never know how much we appreciate each and every one of you. You helped to make this breakfast a success. And you can see it was sold out. Alhamdulillah, it was sold out. So we did respond. And we are very, very grateful. Now, just a couple of things we want to do before we ask the president of the Mosque to come up to make some remarks. And again, Abdul Rashid Akbar right on point, because the fashion show is going to be coming up next. And according to my time, it's right now, it's about 10:05. So we have to kind of start clearing the room about maybe 15 or 20 more minutes so that the sisters, and I think there may be some brothers that's also, I do know, on the planning committee were mainly sisters on the planning committee. So we got to get more brothers involved and active with the fashion show. Inshallah, hopefully there were some brothers that responded, but the reality on the planning committee, we did not have brothers participating with the planning committee for the fashion show. So that's an area we have to try to improve on, inshallah. So we are excited and we're looking forward to the fashion show coming right up after the breakfast at our 25th annual Muslim Convention. And I hope you all feel very good and have your pride and everything, honoring the legacy and the vision and the leadership of Imam Deen Muhammad. I hope that all of us feel very, very proud of what we have been able to accomplish, and we have been able to continue Imam Muhammad's vision and his legacy and his leadership for our community, our association, and for our people, and for humanity, inshallah. Wallace, when you're ready, you can finish eating them, but when you ready, just take your time to finish. I just want to make a comment. Just give me a little signal when you're kind of ready to come up. Just take your time, okay? When you're ready, then we'll bring him up. He's going to make some comment. But as I mentioned, it's two things I want to mention before the president of the Mosque comes up, and it's this. We got off to a good start with the Jummah, with Imam Wazir Ali He did a tremendous job in kicking off the convention, so to speak. As Imam Mohammed used to say, the Jummah prayer starts the convention. It started the convention. And he did an excellent job, alhamdulillah. We want to encourage all of us, so we can finish off this weekend, to support all of the workshops. I hope that all of you have a schedule. If you don't, you should get one. You should get a schedule to make sure that you know what's going on for the remainder of the convention. And that's today and tomorrow. So we're going to finish up strong today and tomorrow. But again, it's only going to be successful with your support. So I want to encourage all of us to support the rest of the activities, the rest of the events, the rest of the workshops, support the presenters who make the presentation, support them. Brother and sister, we ask you to please do that. And inshallah, tonight will be our awards banquet. It's going to be really wonderful because we're honoring the Man of the Year, Muslim Man of the Year. And you're going to be surprised who it is. The Muslim Woman of the Year, and also the Muslim Male and Female Youth of the Year. Going to be honored tonight. Takbir. And that was a legacy or tradition that Imam Mohammed established that we have continued with the Mosque. So I hope you got your banquet tickets. If you didn't, I think, Sister Robin, there's still banquet tickets that's left? We have still banquet tickets left? Yeah, there's still banquet tickets that's left. So you don't want to miss the banquet tonight. So, you know, Allah really blessing us. As we know, as we said, Jummah prayer was successful. Alhamdulillah. We thank Allah for the results. And the culture night last night was, I'm telling you, very diverse, was really powerful and wonderful. All praise be to Allah. And I'm getting reports that the workshops are turning out good. The Pioneer program under Imam Mohammed, fantastic job with the pioneers, recognizing our pioneers in the community. Takbir. You all know y'all have a special place in my heart, you know, these pioneers, because Allah bless me. One thing I understand, we got to give these pioneers credit because we wouldn't be here right today if it was not for the pioneer. Takbir. You got to give them credit, brother and sister, and I think as long as we keep doing it, Allah will bless us. So y'all are so valuable to us. You are so special. You are so precious to us. And Allah has blessed me to understand that and appreciate you. And you all always going to have a special place in my heart, the pioneer. Because the Imam said they the one who made it possible so we can have a place in this world. Y'all helped us so we can have a place in this world. We appreciate you. Okay, with that said, those are the announcements. We're going to come back after the president make his comments, and then we'll make the closing remarks. Announcements, and we'll get ready for the fashion show. Thank you for your support. Let's bring on the president of the Mosque, Warith Deen Mohammed II. Takbir. 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 Okay.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to everyone, and congratulations. This is going on our 6th year since the passing of Imam Deen Mohammed. I think this is our 6th convention. This is our 6th. Alhamdulillah. And it's just been a beautiful and marvelous journey, seeing where we come from with the conventions and how the community has stayed strong. And we have stayed a community, you know, against all odds and against all circumstances. And I give credit to our unique circumstances as African American people, where we're less tied to politics and materialism. You know, the media and the culture, we see materialism as being a big factor when you see on the surface of African American people, you know, coming from a people who probably lived an entire lifetime, some of us, during slavery times and never put on a pair of shoes, you know, and wore rags and things like that. So we all kind of say that the reason why we like nice things is because of that history where we didn't have possessions. But when you look at the greater scheme of people and ownership of the earth and the resources of the earth, when it comes to African American people, we don't have much of anything. And it's not a joke, it's a serious matter. I said that the way the world is in turmoil in a lot of places because of the resources, big money people are going after the resources, natural gas and oil and all these different type of things. So any land that you see that's in war, you just have to just look a little closer and see what type of resources they have. So we joked about it. We were at a council meeting, and I said, yeah, if African Americans owned any land, we'd probably be fighting for it right now too, alongside everybody else. You know, so it's kind of a blessing at the same time. And it's a part of our character and our personality as a people where we're not as attached and to this material earth as a lot of people are. Although Allah tells us in our Quran that the earth is a share, we have a share in this earth, and it's a responsibility of ours to not to neglect our share of this material world. And our community is unique in that way also as African American Muslims, the history we come from, that we're fulfilling that obligation, that responsibility with a clear instructions and clear vision that was laid out to us by Imam W.D. Muhammad. You know, he came into office and he immediately expressed to us that he was going to be a different type of leader than his father was, you know. And it's because of the Quran and the son of Prophet Muhammad. And we owe him a great debt and gratitude that he stayed a loyal and obedient follower of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and revealed words of Allah in the Quran, you know. So we owe that, the Quran, the Holy Quran, and our leader a really great amount of appreciation for helping us evolve to this beautiful community that we've become, of sober-minded but free people, free people in the societies that we live in, you know. So it's truly a great day. And I look back on the 6 years since his passing. I used to tell mostly myself, whenever I thought about it, I never wanted to entertain the thought of what this community or what I would be doing after the passing of Imam Deen Muhammad. But I would have never dreamed, because I was too afraid to even look in that direction, that we would be where we are now. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. We've come so far. And when you look at the grand scheme of things and where we are in history, you can see Allah's help from slavery all the way up. Imam W.D. Muhammad said that the human being being a sacred property of God, the soul of the human being being a sacred property of God, and that the Bible speaks of who would rob God of a whole people, and that was done to us. That sacred, invulnerable piece of land that he talked about, or in the heaven, God referred to it as the soul, the human soul, that was inviolable, that no man was to touch it. And our existence is a testament to that sacred property of God being violated. We were snatched from the human race and attempted to, we were made into a commodity. Something to buy and sell. I saw a program on television the other day. They were talking about a Frenchman who was robbing ships. What they call him, pirate. Yeah, and he had a fleet that was like 5 or 10 times larger than the United States fleet. And he found loopholes in the slave trade where the slave trade had been outlawed, and he was making money double by buying slaves, robbing the Spanish of slaves and selling them back to America. And somehow he was doubling some criminal activity, and this is our history, you know. So the evidence is clear that Allah, only Allah could take something like that and turn it around and bring us to where we are now, to restore all that was lost and to bring the dignity of the human being back through the revealed word in the Holy Quran and the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace and prayers be on him. So, yeah, this is awesome. And the challenges that we have before us today, I believe, is in the fast-paced society that we live in, with things, all the materialism and all the things that are grabbing the attention of not just the young people, but all people. I mentioned that the Hajj program was a wonderful program yesterday, and the Pioneer program. They both are very excellent programs, and the presenters did an excellent job at sharing their life stories and everything. That the challenge for us is going to be to keep ourselves together. And I wonder, when Imam Mohammed had said, when the cell phone had became popular, and he had young children in the house, he had raised us, the children of my mother, Sister Shirley Mohammed, and we were all grown, but he remarried, and he had some children at the house, and everybody has a cell phone. I know, because at one time I was paying like 5 cell phones. I had 5, the bill come in, all these different cell phones, so everybody got a phone. And Imam Muhammad said, y'all keep using them cell phones, that's just what you're going to be. You're going to be a cell, reduced to a cell, one cell. And that's how Shaitan works. That's his scheme, to take something that can benefit man in such a great way, but on the back end, if you're not careful, you'll see you losing your humanity, where you'll be, instead of calling the person on the phone, I thank Allah, I've always been in the habit. If I got to talk to you more than 5 minutes on the phone, I'm going to ask you where you are, and I'm coming to meet you. That's how I used to be. Anybody that grew up with me know me. My friends used to call me, and we chatting on the phone. I say, man, you at home? I had a car. I jump in my car, I come see you, And in Islam, we can't fulfill our rights without coming together. The Jummah is very important, and our Salat. You have to pray together. And so our religion has all of the safeties or fail-safes that we need to protect us from this fast-paced society that we live in. And I feel personally that's going to be one of our greatest challenges, being a minority in a society that's growing smaller and smaller. The whole world scene is becoming almost like one living room, And we need to have a voice and a place, and some ownership. We need to own ourselves. Imam Muhammad also stressed something that's very important to us when he said that if you don't control your culture, whoever controls your culture controls your future. And we see that evident, that we've been toyed with by, I guess what you call it, pop culture or capitalism, for as long as I remember, just pulled to and fro, and we always find ourselves reacting without a strategy, reacting to circumstances. We see our children come in the house with the baggy pants on, and we react to it. But if we had something in place for them, no way they would walk out the house with the baggy pants on and the earrings and the tattoos and the colors in the hair, all kind of stuff. It's almost like you think you can't be shocked. If you just tell all of the things you've seen the youth and the things that were put on us when we were young, the crazy outfits and all this kind of stuff. But when you have your own culture and your own taste and desire, which I feel was exemplified last night in our New Africa culture night. It was beautiful, and I'm with Imam Mohammed when he says we should draw from our taste and our talent, and but something about that African and Senegalese, I said, man, that Africa is still in my genes, because I was really enjoying that. I couldn't understand a word they were saying, you know, but it just felt real good. It felt so good. So you know it's natural. Culture is extremely important. Music, as long as it's halal and the dance is clean, you know, that's something very important. That's a part of our human development. So yeah, we just need to keep it going, especially for the young people, and inshallah soon they'll learn the value and learn. We need to just continue stressing the clear evidence that Allah gives as to the value of the human life. If we all understood the value of us as human beings and the nature of our creation, then we wouldn't go after these material things and after these fads and these things that look so beautiful and exciting, you know, where they just blow your mind. You know, you'll say, well, you know, I had my mind blown 100 times. You know, I got to go back to what I know it belongs to me, and that's this religion, Al-Islam, and this community I come from. I was telling a group of pioneers in the pioneer meeting about my son. He was the youngest in the house for 14 years, and about 5 months before Imam Mohammed passed, my wife and I, you know, to our surprise, well, I was surprised, we had another baby coming. So 5 years ago, the baby was born. He wasn't a baby no more, but we still acknowledged that he was the youngest for 14 years, and that he had never been away from home before he started school. He's in a freshman now at Roosevelt University downtown. They have a beautiful new tower right across from the Buckingham Fountain. And the windows, they knew the view was beautiful because they made the windows in the rooms from the floor all the way to the ceiling. You know, you don't see nothing but the skyline and the lake, and it's just one of the most beautiful scenes I've seen, views of the city looking out of that window. So on the way, I could sense his anxiety, and he let me know he got stressed. I said, man, you don't know what stress is. I said, that he's stressed. I said, there's nothing to be stressed about. You know, you just go with good intentions and remember Allah and keep Allah first in your mind, and Allah will guide you. And whatever you have fear of, you should just get rid of it immediately. And don't even entertain it. And I thought about the pioneers, and I was talking to them, and I said, you know, there's nothing that anybody, I don't care if they're a professor or a doctor or a scholar or a billionaire, can give you for guidance for your life greater than the wisdom that I can give you. I don't have a college degree, but I've been where you're going in years and in time. And so I said, the wisdom that you may get from someone outside of your community, no matter how great they are, that's wisdom for them that guided them. But we're Muslims, we're African American Muslims with a unique experience in a life. And I said that the wisdom that you get outside will never match the wisdom we have. And I said, I'm a living proof and example of it. That I don't know if other children thought like this. I don't know what sparked my interest, but I thought about the value of the conversations I used to have with pioneers, that some of them probably in this room, and just life experiences. And I thought about, well, this man, he worked in this profession or this field, or he was a imam, a da'i for so many years, or whatever field. And I said, if I was to pay for his class, or if he was a college professor, I would be spending probably tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars for information that I'm getting free. So they will see a smile on our face, and they be thinking, oh, that Imam Mohammed's son is such a sweet young man, and he's so respectful and kind. They don't know that I'm like, you know, it almost feel like you just filling the treasure chest for me, and I'm benefiting, and That's why you have my attention, because I had a father like Imam Deen Mohammed that I knew I couldn't pay if I was the wealthiest man on earth to get the value of information that he was able to share with me. And that's how our youth should view our seniors and people with life experiences. If they have good in their heart